Hey everybody, welcome back to Drunk Thrillville. I need to fix some stuff. Hey look, look at me, I'm Team Fortress 2. Is that a meme that the kids, is that something? I've never played it, but I know that they have a mechanic guy, right? Let's fix some shit. I wanted to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh series. 110 episodes. I think I counted up and it was like 37 hours long. Ooh, how do I gotta click? Yeah, okay, I gotta click. Is there a way to do it? I did not read the instructions. Fuck. Okay. There we go. Now, the Yu-Gi-Oh series, very long, 110 episodes, about 37 hours of content. If you watch the whole thing, that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool, yeah. Even I didn't watch the whole thing. I lived the whole thing, but I did not watch them all back, because that's ludicrous. Too much Yu-Gi-Oh even for me to watch. But why I like that, why that series was helpful for me, is because doing Let's Plays is not everything that it's cracked up to be. I know what you're thinking. Uh-oh. You're thinking, Mumkey, Let's Plays are the easiest thing in the world. How dare you even suggest otherwise? But au contraire. Au contraire. You wouldn't... I mean, if me trying to do this drunk is any evidence, just trying to both pay attention to a game, to the ability of actually playing it without making everybody get pissed, which happens most of the time anyway, and talking over it, it's like it's trying to have two brains at once. One brain that's paying attention to the game, how'd I get worse stars? And one that's trying to have a conversation with yourself about any random fucking topics while trying to be entertaining to a crowd of 400 people who just have this on in the background while they eat lunch. It's real hard work. Those Game Grumps, they sure did earn their billions of dollars. But really, it's not easy. But I always thought that there's no way I can do a Let's Play channel unless I have a partner. Like I did Mumkey and Biggs back in the day. I had Manimal when this channel started for Mumkey and Manimal's gaming expedition. And I just thought like there's no way. Like how would I do a Let's Play alone? Because I need somebody to jump off of, to talk to. So I'm not trying to talk to myself while playing a game, because I don't do a good job of that at all. And I thought it would be pretty much impossible. I do it with the Nuzlocke. And that was one thing. But then the Yu-Gi-Oh series came along. And I think that was the most helpful thing for me, to do 110 episodes completely alone. 37 hours of me talking to myself while also playing a game. And I think that was just like good practice, like a good solid, you know, training for doing Let's Plays like this and for talking to myself. Clearly, clearly my practice did not make perfect, as evidenced by pretty much everything on this channel. That's just me, but I think I'm getting better. And that's why I appreciate that Yu-Gi-Oh series, and I'm glad that I did it. And there might be more in the future. People keep saying, oh, Mumkey, I'm gonna buy you the whatever the hell. I'm gonna buy you the DLC, the super pack, so you can keep playing it, but nobody has. Nobody has. I kind of hope nobody does, because I would feel obligated to do it if somebody bought it for me. But I don't really want to. It's been 110 episodes. Like, I might go through the game and make my own deck and do some, like, the reverse duels with a deck of my own. But the last thing I want to do is play with pendulum cards. Like, it would probably legitimately make me upset. Like, I wouldn't even have fun. And they're only getting 500 views anyway, so it would just be like a waste of everybody's time. Like, oh man, I'm so glad I made another 90 cents off of this video. That took me 25 minutes to record, 20 minutes to process, and then another hour to upload. Like, wow, I'm getting paid 90 cents an hour for this shit. That's great. Let's get out of here, Mechanic Dave. I think I fixed everything I'm gonna fix. Let's take another drink. Anyway, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Just YouTube stuff in general and subscribers and all that. So I'm gonna go to Twitter, because I said on Twitter today, where is it? I said, probably gonna record some Drunk Thrillville tonight. Give me some questions to answer in case I run out of material. Well, hey, less than 2 episodes in, ran out of material. Let's do these all in order. I don't got time to play favorites. We got Sir Murphington. Let's see if we can find another game to play. I'm gonna build a game right here. Let's do a game. Which one do I want to play? Pool? No. I don't want to play pool. Build another Sparkle Island. Trojan Frenzy? What the hell? Ah. And that was all of them. I don't want to build a thing. I just want to play. Let's try Saucer Soccer. That's a classic game. Sir Murphington wants to know, how did you come up with the name Mumkey Jones? I've answered this 100,000 times. True Mumkey fans know the answer, but I'll just tackle it real quick. In high school, and everybody who has seen my live-action videos of me already know this to be true, because you know what I look like. Oh my god, did I just score? Hey, what do you know? I resemble a monkey in real life. Oh, come on. How do I burst link? How do I shoot? I did not look at the controls. Well, I guess I could just roll it into it. Oh, I gotta do space. I resemble a monkey, and in high school, my friends Cobb and Big started calling me Mumkey because it sounds like monkey and human mixed together, and it looked like me. Yeah, next question. And I'm not playing because I'm trying to read the question. How do you balance a serious life with keeping up a high meme lifestyle on the internet?
Nice shot.
A serious life? I don't know if you noticed, Mr. Aiden CX2, but I don't really have a serious life. Everything I do in life is for the internet. That's what I was talking about last episode. Is like every time I see a movie, like I have to make a video about it. Every game I play is for a Let's Play channel. I don't play games for fun in my own leisure anymore. It's like everything I do, I feel like I have to turn into a video, and it's kind of like a sickness. And I don't want to be that guy anymore who's like, oh man, everything I do has to be content. My life is just, oh fuck, I fucked it up. My life is so interesting that every hobby I have must be content. Because everybody, all 1,000 subscribers at home really care about every single thought and thing I have to say. I don't want to be that guy. Because we all know guys like that. And they are just like getting annoying beyond belief. So I want to focus more on scripted content and like producing things that would possibly resemble art and not try to become so enamored with myself that I consider everyday things in my life to be art. So I guess the way I balance it is that I'm no longer going to try to not have it balanced. I'm actually going to maybe have more time for me without recording my every word, because that's getting dangerous. What kind of crazy opinion will Mumkey spout off next? Who knows? Whatever happened to Mumkey's countdown to demonetization? It's still up. Yeah, it's still there. Oh, that just reminded me. There's something else I wanted to talk about on here. Hey, I kicked that game's ass. Really? Fucking 4 stars when I played perfectly? I had possession 69% of the time? Yeah, I still have, who asked that question? Limecatcher44. Yeah, demonetization's still up. I only want to record a vlog there when I have something to talk about. Which, the thing I'm about to talk about, I was going to do on there. But then I just remembered that I was going to do it here instead. Because why not? Although maybe if I want to give serious points in discussion about depression, I shouldn't do it while playing a video game and also drunk. But, you know what? You know what? Sue me. What else is there to do at this part? No. Missions. Come on, game missions. Trojan Frenzy. Jake Steak of the Steak Siblings. Probably real name. Has been bragging about how good he is at Trojan Frenzy. Go ahead and try to beat his score. It'll be a nice distraction from all this sabotage. Beat a score of 15,000. I don't know what Trojan Frenzy is. Sounds like a Friday night back when I had some Trojan condoms, you know what I'm saying? Big old frenzy, blowing them up like water balloons and watching them pop. How do you play this game? Shoot down? Oh, no. Or I can just shoot with the mouse. Let's try that instead. Oh, I gotta choose a character. I want to be a thug. Hell yeah. Anyway, folks. If you watched me... Oh, this is kind of interesting. If you watched me on the... Oh, what the flip? If you watched me on the Dead on... Wait, how do I shoot? How do I shoot? Oh, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, I must have misread the controls. Oh, no. I did something. If you watched me on the Dead on Dave channel, I did an interview with Dead on Dave. I talked about this a little bit, but I'll talk about it more here. I returned home for the holidays. And folks, this is a story for about depression, so hold on to your hats. Returned home to Iowa for the holidays, and I decided to visit my old college campus. College campus where I went to school for 3.5 years until I graduated early. Oh my god, this game is ridiculous. What the hell is going on? Maybe I should have played as a guy who could shoot, because just punching my way through is not that great. Let me preface this, guys. Everybody who's been a long-time fan of Mumkey Jones knows that Mumkey Jones is a boy enamored with his depression. And especially back in my anime review videos, any given video would just spout off shit about depression and just become a depressing, humorous time. Now I live in North Carolina with Sheepover, and I'm living my dream of entertaining people for a living. I'm making an actual living. I'm making money to survive and to pay my bills by entertaining people with videos and things that I write and all these things. You know, my life's dream has come true. What was I supposed to get? Like a score of 1,800,000? I don't think I'm gonna beat it. But maybe I'm about to die, I think. How do you beat this game? Am I supposed to be destroying these cauldrons? So, what I'm trying to say is that my life situation has thoroughly improved. 3 stars. Did I beat the high score? Did I get the gold? I want the gold. I want the gold. Give me the gold. So I've been feeling better. I wouldn't say the depression's all gone because, hey, I got the gold. What do you know? Because I legitimately believe that depression isn't something that just goes away. It's actually something that's a physical component of your brain. But I feel like since my situation has improved, I've been feeling a lot better lately. Ever since I moved away from Iowa and stopped going to that college. But let me tell you. I decided to go visit my old college campus. It's abandoned because it was winter break, so everybody goes home. And just driving into college and seeing the town again brought back the wave, a powerful tidal wave of negative emotions back inside my being. And just immediately stepping foot on campus, my first thoughts were just dark, brooding ideas of you're wasting your time, you have no future, you have no friends, nobody cares about you. Things that are, right now, not true. Things that I literally, logically know are false. But just being in this space again, an area where I had these thoughts on a daily basis and actually believed them to be true, just going there again brought those thoughts and feelings. I felt physically sick again by going back there and having these thoughts again. And recently, I torrented a little show called Mindfield. As far as I can tell, it's the only show on YouTube Red that is actually worth watching. I would not pay for YouTube Red ever in my life, but this show would almost make it worth it because it was really good. And there was an episode, I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was about like pattern something. But they did an experiment, and what's great about this show is that they actually do like live human experimentation on people who don't know what they're being experimented about. Like they trick people, so it's a lot of fun. And the experiment was one group of people was being forced to smile by having a thing in their mouth, and the other group of people was being forced to frown, and they both had to do the same task. And the people who were smiling reported that they enjoyed the task more, and the people who were forced to frown reported that they disliked it. So the idea is that when you're actually happy, you smile, and your brain is so stupid and so desperate for pattern recognition with your emotions that it automatically associates smiling with being happy. So even if it's a fake forced smile, it still has that effect on your brain where your brain's like, oh, I'm smiling, I must be happy, right? I mean, I don't think I'm happy, but you'll still feel happier. Whereas if you're frowning or scowling or whatever the hell, your brain recognizes that as being in a bad state of mind, so you're not going to have as good of a time. And I mean, Michael, of course, his experiment was only on like a good 20 people. It's not a large enough sample size, but the idea remains true. And he was just trying to to see if he could get the same results as all these other experiments that found the same idea. And the same thing works with like your tone of voice. And this happens to me a lot because all I do all day is listen to myself talk when I'm editing videos. If you hear yourself talking in a happy, excited way, it legitimately makes you happier. Just to hear yourself talk, because again, your brain recognizes, oh, when I'm happy, this is how I sound. So when I hear it, it makes me happier. Or when I'm really drunk and I listen to recordings of me really drunk. You get like secondhand, intoxication. When I'm listening to this in editing, I'm going to probably get a little tiny bit of wooziness in my head, and you probably think I'm crazy, but I swear to God it's true. Because it's just your brain associates that sound of your voice with that feeling. And at this point, I'm just running in circles, so hopefully you're treating this as a podcast, not actually watching this shit. So anyway, I think the same thing happened when I went back to my college campus. Because my brain, just everything about me has associated that place with dark thoughts of despair and hopelessness and thoughts that, oh man, I'm wasting my time. Everything I'm doing is a waste of time. Nobody here cares about me. Nobody wants to be my friend. Nobody here will even talk to me. And just going back to that place, the pattern recognition in my brain, just like with smiling or frowning, it activated, and I felt that same way. So the lesson I want to give to you, and this may or may not actually work, so don't think I'm some sort of therapist who knows what he's talking about here. I'm just speaking my mind. If you are in a deep, terrible depression, think about your environment. Because it could be that your environment is contributing to the depression in a major way. I mean, of course, the depression exists regardless of the environment. But it could also be that you're just in a terrible place that you don't want to be. How do I do this? Okay. And what I'm saying is, you always hear that bullshit, oh, it gets better. But I think in this case, it actually might. Once you get out of that environment, once you... Like, say, if you're in school or you're living with your parents, once you graduate and move out, get as far away as possible. In that change of environment, I mean, it's not going to automatically cure your depression, but you'll be helping yourself by not falling into the trap of that pattern recognition. You will no longer be in that environment that makes you depressed or that your brain associates with depression. And obviously, this isn't something you can just do. Like, the vast majority of people aren't in a situation where they can just move out and leave. But the silver lining is, maybe someday, hopefully soon, you will be. And just know, once you get out of that situation and you live somewhere else in a new environment, away from the things that you associate with depression and sadness, maybe you'll feel better. Because so far, it's working pretty well for me. Man, I know better than anybody that a severely depressed person does not want to hear advice, and that it probably just pisses you off to hear somebody who isn't as miserable as you try to give you advice. I know that feeling 100%. So if you think I sound like a fucking asshole who doesn't know what he's talking about and can't possibly give any advice to help you, you're probably right, because I understand that 100%. That's enough for this episode. I'm going to go back to Twitter questions in the next one. Maybe I'll go to a different theme park because this one seems pretty boring.